And you can
Awesome.
use it however you want.
Oh, that's really sweet. Okay, I'm glad I recorded you when you said that.
Okay.
So basically, this is day one of our fast. I
Hmm.
have no idea what's going to happen. I am making a commitment to today. I am making a commitment to being present. I'm going to turn off my emails that are coming in right now. So I have Alejandra with me today, and we have about 10 or more participants. And I have received some letters, emails saying, "Oh, I'm at work at that time. I may not be able to do this," or, this is a circumstance. But what we're going to do is we're going to record it. Whoever shows up is part of the recording, and later to be given to you if you choose to catch up with us. So this is not meant to add to our day or burden our day. This is meant to alleviate our day. And so, Alejandra, tell me how you're feeling about the fast as you woke up this morning.
Good. I actually almost forgot that we were doing this because I kind of put it in the back of my head to not make, I don't know why the idea of going with no food is so scary. So I just kind of try to put it in the back of my head. And I think for me, what made me finally say, yeah, I'm going to do it is what you said, that we're going to commit to the day, like not like commit to the 5 days. That to me is overwhelming. But when
Yes.
you say, let's just commit every day to today, and then the next day we'll commit to that day. So that just kind of took the pressure off.
Good, good.
Um,
Because how do you think I feel?
yeah,
I also feel that I need to put this all the way through, and that's why I'm setting the expectation that I myself am not going to do this because of somebody else. I need to do this for me. And you and I
absolutely.
were talking privately before I started the recording, and the excitement and the fear, the
Yeah,
combination of the two that I've been sitting with all week long, or from the moment we set this date as the date that we were going to start our fast. I'm going to be meeting with Dr. Michael Clapper at 1 o'clock today.
hmm,
And I know that I've had a full day, and little by little things are just like dissipating. So
yeah,
I want to take this and time for myself as well. And as you know, I love, love, love Everyday Spirit. This is a book that I read every morning, and I've given it away during the show. And oh, here we go. Let's see. We have Victoria. Could that be Victoria Sterling? Hopefully she'll join us in a little bit, and
okay.
she'll let me see if I need to give her the video. I'm gonna allow you. I'm gonna ask you to start your video, Victoria. Okay, so this morning when I was doing my meditation, I had all sorts of ideas during the week of what this was going to be like. But I am resolved. I am surrendered to this fast one day at a time.
Yeah.
If I choose not to go 5 days, I want you to know that I'll still be with you. Hello, Miss Victoria. Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Okay. Here, I'll do this again. Okay. Give access to audio. I should keep this on. It's probably backwards. I don't know if you see it backwards or not.
No, it's good. You can see it. That
Okay. There you go. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. Welcome to your first day of your fast.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
And by the way, did you get the book
No, I didn't.
for being my number one fan? Okay. I will
Oh.
send it to you. You are my number one fan for the month of May.
Oh,
And
wow.
and guess
Great.
what else you won?
Oh, what?
You won the zero installation purifying system.
Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
yay.
Oh my word.
Yep.
Thank you. That's so exciting.
Oh, I just wanted to share that with you. So
Oh,
I will be submitting your name and address today so that it'll get sent to you. So
oh,
make sure
great. Thank
all
you
of us are
so much.
drinking clean water, really good water, distilled, purified, whatever it is that you're going to be drinking. I have my zero installation purifier water that I've been drinking now since February. But we heard Dr. Lee Cowden talk about how we can freeze it. Did you guys understand that?
No.
No.
Okay. So I had a longer session with Dr. Cowden afterwards. I'm like, you were talking about freezing and a cone and cylinder, and I just let it go because I didn't want to get too deep into the fast because the show was about the foods that fit our unique you. But he, at the end, when we were done, I said, help me understand that. You just get a water pitcher that has more of a cylinder where it's bigger on the top and smaller on the bottom. He sent me the link to it, of something similar to it. And you fill it up with water, you stick it in the freezer for 2.5 to 2.5 hours. So you get a big pitcher. And the first thing that's going to happen is the exterior is going to freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you have that frost on the exterior, it's just like walking on ice. You don't know if the ice underneath it is going to be
Right.
okay. So then you poke a hole in it when it's about 2 to 2.5 hours, and you pour it into another pitcher. And that water then goes into the freezer again. And 2.5 hours goes, and then you fill the other pitcher. So you keep doing this until you have 2 times the freezing. So when it's done
Okay.
2 times, you can drink it, and it's like completely pure, 0 toxins in it.
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
So
And
can you do that with any type of water, or would it just be with the water from the purifier?
I would say take the water from, let's say you decide that you're going to buy distilled water or purified water, and then of course it's in a plastic jug. So you're going to pour it into, and it has to be, if you can find glass that will not shatter, use glass. But if it's plastic, make sure it's BPA and BPS free. Okay? And so you take the water, you put it in the cylinder, you stick it in the freezer, wait 2.5 hours, pour it into another pitcher, take that pitcher, put it in, and start the new process with another one. The second pitcher, number 1, number 2, the pitcher number 2, you're going to take that. Oh, and every time when you pour it into the new container that it's going to go into, you make sure the ice, because it's going to gravitate to the toxins are going to gravitate to the ice.
Okay.
And so does that make it? It took me a while to understand this, so I'm sharing it with you so that you can have also cleaner water. And so you take a filter of some sort so the ice doesn't go to the water and melt.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now it sounds complicated, but I'm going to even do it with my reverse osmosis. I'm going to start later on today. I didn't have the concept of it until I was able to process it. So you take a container 1, container 2, you start with number 1, it freezes on the outside, you sift it so that no ice gets through it, and you pour it in container number 2, stick it in the freezer. Start container number 1. Then you take a container number 3, which is purified water, prepared water, and you take it and you filter it into that. And now, if you can't, he was saying, if you can't afford reverse osmosis, if you can't afford, all these things, this is another way of taking water, making it cleaner, or taking water and making it totally pure.
Yeah. Does the timing have to be the 2 hours exact, or can you leave it overnight? Or
no, because then totally becomes ice.
Freezes. Right.
So you need to
Yeah.
set a timer. You need to do this at a time where you have the time to do this. So
Okay.
like this morning, if you happen to have a pitcher, or you have to have 2 pitchers or whatever, or you can figure out the way to do it for you, then you can start the process and check yourself in 2 hours, and start the process of taking the water out of the ice. So I was able to understand it. I want to do it. So before I start I feel really energized thinking, how do you feel this morning, Victoria, knowing that you are going to be fasting?
Oh, I'm ready for it. Just a rough night last night. I've gained like 3 pounds overnight, and I had to sleep in a little bit this morning, so I'm ready for it.
Why do you think you gained 3 pounds last night?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's those thoughts we need to get rid of, right?
So,
Yeah.
just in the heat yesterday, and I guess that had something to do with it.
Well, you look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
So this morning, I want to share my meditation this morning, and I think that what we can do as we move forward each day, maybe come up with something that we could add to the group. So I prepared this morning. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, no, I prepared today. Maybe somebody else can, but tomorrow you can have a little thought that is going to be your mantra for the day to help you through the day. Remember, I am not thinking, okay, I said this before, and I'm going to try to explain it today. I started a Bible study. It was a 7-year Bible study. The thought of a 7-year commitment did not sit with me. So I made a commitment each day, and 7 years later, I graduated from the program. See, you make sense? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So today, I'm making a 1-day commitment. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping to make another 1-day commitment. If you decide that this is not the right time for you because you have to protect your body, then that's okay too. We're not going to make ourselves feel bad or like failures to keep the poor thoughts running in our mind. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. And by the way, Victoria, I am recording this so that you can go back and listen to it later on. This is not going to be published unless you give me permission. All of you need to give me permission to publish it. Okay. So today's meditation is called Vacation Packing List. Can I share it with you?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so first you get like this little mantra that comes and it says, for yourself, patience. For everyone you meet, kindness. For joy, a sense of humor. For the soul, relaxation. For plans, flexibility. For the journey, gratitude. For all of the above, grace. So it says, vacations are not always what they seem. While most people look pretty serene in their travel photos, many of us admit to at least a little vacation stress. I mean, I remember that. I was like, why are we going on vacation? This is so much work. It can be a lot of work to prepare for the trip. With all the laptops, tablets, phones, chargers, and cables. When we arrive, we face spotty cell service, no free Wi-Fi connection, and slow upload speeds. Okay, just kidding about the tech stuff, but there's some truth to it here. Wouldn't you agree? It's like we plan for this vacation and all of a sudden it doesn't live up to our expectations right away. So she continues on to say, vacations provide a precious opportunity to open the soul to inspiration. One of the beauties of getting away from our daily routine is not being available in the usual way. So consider traveling light and tech-free in mind, body, and soul. With a virtual suitcase that won't cost extra, we can put a little pre-trip prep that will serve us in all stages of travel and re-entry. Happy trails to you. So she gives a she gives a breakdown of how you need to think in the world. And then the other one is how to feel in your heart. So this is the worldly thought. It's peace or patience. Patience. Vacations come with lines, sometimes long ones. Come prepared with a fun way to occupy your time together that doesn't involve a phone. Be creative or just talk to each other. That's number one. Kindness. Remember that at the beginning she has the mantra. So kindness. Start by being especially kind to yourself. Show kindness to all those you meet on your journey. Even every server, guide, and driver was meant to cross your path. Honor them all. Be extra kind to your travel companions. The third one, sense of humor. Choose joy. This can really save the day. Yours and others. Be generous with your smile and your heart be light. And let your heart be light. The next one, relaxation. Get a massage, do yoga, read, meditate, walk, let go. Flexibility. Things change. We can change. Go with the flow and ride the current with ease and grace. Can you believe this was my morning meditation? Gratitude. For everything about this new experience, be thankful. Grace. That you might have all of the above. And then in the heart, this is the mantra for today, I allow my vacation to be a time of joy and rejuvenation. I am present for a new experience with an open and loving heart. How can you, and this is like my vacation list, is my fastation. So I am calling this my fastation and my fastation list. So I would love for you to, if you'd like to, share, Alejandra and Victoria, what resonated with you the most.
I think all of it. I wrote down some of the mantra words, and really, I think that's how we have to go into this fast, with patience, kindness with ourselves, humor, not be down about it and go into it like, oh, I can't eat, I'm fasting, with that attitude. So you just have to stay positive. And all of these words, relaxation, flexibility, I mean, you're going to have to be really flexible and patient and compassionate with yourself, with the different maybe mood swings or side effects we might feel, or
the mycotoxins going, feed me.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else?
The travel light through life with no suitcase. That really, those words landed with me, and for other reasons too. But I think I was supposed to hear that this morning.
Great. Anything else that you'd like to share before we turn to Victoria?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Victoria, would you like to share? I don't want to put you on the spot. Oh, she froze. We lost her. Are you there? Victoria, are you there? If you're there, sign out and come back in. I think I hear her. Do you? Alejandra? I hear something.
Right. And it's not me moving.
Victoria, are you there? Okay. So as we prepare for you to come back, Victoria, I want to share another meditation because I am so in this. I am so excited about doing this morning, getting here. And I don't know if this is something you do, but kind of like the heaviness of having to make a decision. But once the decision is made, I'm in it to win it.
Yeah.
So this morning when I got up, I wanted to find that verse that I've heard in church forever and ever and ever. And it's during Lent and Advent when you fast and prayer and all that. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to find it.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like, don't be upset or don't be down about you fasting. like be positive, something like, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. It says when you fast, and it's actually Matthew. It's in um, Matthew 6:16. So it's Matthew 6:16. I had it, and I when I clicked that, okay, it says, when you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. Oh, that's all I was thinking. Because I said last night on the show, I went, yes, and I'll cry for 5 days straight. And so truly I tell you, they have received their full reward in full on earth.
Yeah.
But when you fast, put on oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen, and your Father who sees what you have done in secret will be your reward. So this morning, I'll tell you, I put on oil all over my body, on my face. I cleansed my body, and I put a coconut oil on my body. I use neem oil on my face. And I'm like, maybe this will give my body some nourishment. Maybe that's what the meaning of it. What did you get? Now that you're hearing this and you're about to go 5 days without food.
Yeah. It's the whole don't look somber. I think, when you do things like this, like you're a leader, I'm a leader now for taking on this challenge. And so you have to lead with positivity to kind of get people inspired. And I mean, you inspire me all the time just because you're so positive and you just have such a good attitude about everything. So I think that when you go about things like, looking somber, who wants to join? Who wants to join you? Nobody.
Yes.
But when you're doing it with a good spirit, with positivity, you have people that will try to follow. So you have to be the example, and by being positive.
Yes, absolutely. It reminded me when I was a kid and we gave up chocolate and sweets for Lent.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, I can't have chocolate. I can't have this. I can't. And I would always remember that quote that would lead into fasting. It would lead into that 40 days, 40 nights of fasting that we try even closely to imitate, with just like giving up alcohol or giving up sugar or giving up fried foods or meat or whatever it is. And we make such a big deal about it.
Yeah.
And really, did you hear Dr. Cowden yesterday when he said that when you fast, there she is. There she's back. I knew you were coming back. Oh, give access to your audio. What is that noise?
It's my car. I had to turn it on because I'm sweating to death.
Oh, you don't want to do that. Hey, what is your plan today? You need to be, in a easy.
I know. Unfortunately, I have a breakfast meeting at 9 with somebody who I'm trying to get to sponsor an event. So I really need to make this meeting because they're hard to book. So I can't miss it. So I'm just like, actually, I am sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to order? What, what do I do? I'm just
get some Perrier, get some water, and just say, I already ate.
Yeah.
I'm just going to join you with some water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Victoria, can you hear us? Oh, she keeps freezing. Bless her heart.
Oh.
Well, I do want to hear. So what time is your meeting this morning?
At 9.
Oh, well, good for you. You planned ahead. You drove your car to where you needed to be, and you are in it. You're in it to win it. Is there anything, because I don't want to, is there anything that you need from us?
Yes, I do have a question. So I didn't brush my teeth this morning because I'm like,
okay, so this is what I've been doing.
I didn't want to put anything in my mouth.
Okay, that's fair. So this is what I did this morning. Remember all the oil I slathered on my
Yeah.
body? Well, I've been doing this now for probably since I did the Ayurvedic retreat.
Uh-huh.
I've been doing some oil pulling.
Pulling. Okay.
I've been doing oil pulling. And so I put a tablespoon of coconut and I swooshed it around for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I spit it in the trash after 20 minutes. And I scraped my tongue and brushed my teeth. And that's what I did.
Okay.
So that didn't make me hungry. It didn't make me, it just cleansed my mouth and it got, because I think that's what happens when we sleep is with if you don't eat a certain amount of food, I'm sorry, if you eat before a certain time, before you go to bed, and you're in the catabolic state, then the toxins are being released, and I think they end up in your tongue. I mean,
Right.
I'm just saying that that's what it makes sense to me. So when you wake up in the morning, is your tongue coated?
No, not usually.
Not usually. Okay. So there's they say that you can tell if you have candida by when you spit into a glass of water and there's like tentacles. It's like the spit is kind of like an egg white type of thing.
I know what you mean. And I have had that, and I know that that's what it is. And yeah, so I know what that looks like.
Yeah. So I make sure that I take that out of my tongue when I wake up, and just scrape your tongue from all these toxins that have come out of your body. So yeah, but I've been doing that every morning. When I wake up in the morning before I do my meditation, I put it in my mouth. And so I am like doing my meditation while I'm doing my 20 minutes of the swooshing around.
Yeah.
Any other questions that you have?
No, I think I'm good. I understand a water fast pretty well. So
have you done it before?
I've made it to about 36 hours, and that's always my, and it's not because I'm hungry. It's just because I just think I can't do it anymore. I don't, it's just a mental thing.
So when it's 36 hours, that's when we need to step it up a notch and override that belief, that limiting belief. And I hope that you can hold me to that higher place as well. If I say to you, I can't do it anymore, and this is why, we can push ourselves a little to say, okay, what is it that we're really thirsty for? What is it that we're really hungry for?
Right.
Is there anything spiritually that we need to feed?
Right.
So we need to do the stress meditation type of thing that we sit there for 4 minutes. And after 4 minutes, are you still hungry? And if the answer is, I'm hungry, hunger is felt in the throat. It is not felt in the stomach. So if your stomach is grumbling, if you're feeling a certain way, that unless it's the back of your throat, and I remember learning that from Dr. Furman during one of his presentations in South Florida. He came to South Florida, and he goes, "Hunger is felt in your throat." And I was with my assistant at the time, and when he finished that little sequence of how do you feel hunger, what is hunger like, that I realized I have never felt hunger until I turned to my assistant. I said, I think my throat is hungry. Because I was like, okay, I need to make up shit. So here we go. Yeah. So we convince ourselves of our belief that our belief is right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what can we do different after 36 hours? If you've been able to make it 36 hours, I think on the 36 hours, you will be coaching me, because I've never gone that long.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Yeah, I do it. You know what really drives me with fasting is the autophagy. When you can hit that, and just the idea of your immune system, renewing. And I don't ever take antibiotics. I haven't taken them in years, or Tylenol or anything. And I did have to take it about a month ago. And that has just been in my mind, like, I just caused myself so much damage with the antibiotic. And so I'm ready to renew the immune system, repair my gut, and then create that autophagy. So I guess to me, it's like I hit the 36 hours and I think that it was enough.
Well,
I
you
think,
heard Dr. Cowden yesterday say that when you reach the 5th day, that's when your bone marrow stem cells are released.
yeah, that's
That gave
amazing.
me that gave me a huge motivation to
Yeah,
say, I really want to do this. There's
yeah.
more than one reason why I want to do this today. And so I hope that this time together, and if we need extra time or if we need to shift it for the evening time where we're the most vulnerable, then we can
Hmm.
do that as well. I just want to make sure that we all have an opportunity to give it our all.
Yeah.
And whatever that looks like, we just need to support each other. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to, and this is to be privately shared. I'll put it on YouTube. And for people who are joining us in the fast and they ask for the recording, I will be sending it to them. But this is not to be forwarded
Hmm.
unless I give permission for that. So I hope that
Hmm.
you honor this request. All of you who are going to be
Absolutely.
watching afterwards, I know you were, Alejandra, but anybody who's watching this, who's requested to watch this video, I want you to also make that commitment to honor our privacy. And unless we all agree that we want to release this for maybe the good for somebody else, then we will. But until then, 100% acceptance of that this is what we're going to do. Anything else,
Absolutely.
Alejandra? Because I know you have a place that you need to go to as well. Is there anything that you would like to say or add?
No, no. I'm actually going to be using meditation a lot and just some breathing exercises to just get through it.
Mhm.
And then with the stomach growling, that kind of stuff, I know that it's just that the stomach's empty. And so drinking water just helps me.
Yes.
So yeah, no,
Good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, and I am too. I know that we're going to make it today. I was going to say let's meet at 8 o'clock today, just before we
Okay.
go to bed or type. But if you don't think we need that, then that's fine too. I just want to be able to maybe do something later on for the people who couldn't join us this morning.
Yeah, no, I love it. Yeah.
You do? So
Mhm.
what we can do is we can reconvene. I'll have Ashley send out 8 o'clock today for people that want to be, or maybe we can do a 6 o'clock today because I have no show. I have the best of airing today, and perhaps today at 6 o'clock, instead of eating our meal, we can be with one another. How does that sound?
I'm in yoga at that time, but
Okay.
8 works.
8 o'clock
But
works.
if you need to do 6, I
No. I just want
that's
to make
fine.
sure we can get through 8 p.m. so we have a 12-hour fast at least noted from 8 this
Oh
morning
yeah.
to 8 tonight. We can maybe check up on each other. It doesn't need to be a long, drawn out, but we can send out a request to see if people can join us and be a part of it. So
Okay.
until then, you will be in my thoughts and prayers. All of you who are doing this fast, whether you could come on today, this morning or not, all of you are in my prayers and my thoughts. And it is time to pack for our fastcation. How about that?
Yay. Yay.
Yay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. So I am going to turn off the recording and